let's solve one more problem together. All right, the first thing we're going to have to do is factor. All right, so now the 2x and x minus 2, the x minus 2, that there's nothing to factor there. There we go. All right, so we're done with that one. All right, let's take a look at the next term here. Well, we got a 3, I can't do anything with a 4x minus 1 either. There's no common factors. It's nothing quadratic. No common factors for the 3x plus 2 either, or the 17x plus 4. But what we could factor is the 3x squared minus 4x minus 4. All right, so that's quadratic. We should be able to factor it. All right, so 3 times negative 4 gives us a negative 12. All right, so our first step is we're factoring. Okay, two numbers that multiply to give us negative 12, but add to give us our b term of negative 4. And that's going to be a negative 6 and a positive 2. All right, so we have 3x squared minus 6x plus 2x minus 4. And the first two are a group, the second two are a group. We'll pull out the 3x. We're left with an x minus 2. We'll pull out the 2, and we're left with a x minus 2. And so our two factors are 3x plus 2 and x minus 2. Okay, so we're going to rewrite that as 3x plus 2 and x minus 2. So now we should see what our least common denominator is. All right, our LCD, we got 1x minus 2. Right, he has an x minus 2, but nobody has more than 1x minus 2. And then we've got a 3x plus 2. Right? So our least common denominator is going to be x minus 2 times times 3x plus 2. And again, you don't want to multiply that. You want to be able to cancel. All right, so we're gonna multiply the 2x over x minus 2 by x minus 2, 3x plus 2. I hope I fit everybody in here. All right, and that's times 2x over x minus 2. And then we have, got to multiply x minus 2 times 3x plus 2. I have to move this down just a little bit. There, I think that should be okay. Times the negative 4x minus 1 over 3x plus 2. Be real careful with that negative sign. Okay? Don't forget to, and actually, we're going to actually, oops, excuse me. There's a mistake on that negative sign because that's, I'm going to put the negative sign, okay, we can move that over, right here. We're subtracting that whole thing. I think I was probably a little lax on where I put the plus sign because it didn't matter so much. It's not like we have anything to distribute. But with the negative side, we've got to make sure we distribute that. So, okay, so we're going to multiply the each term by the x minus 2, 3x plus 2. That's what I'm trying to say. All right, and we're going to do the same thing to 17 over 3x plus 2, x minus 2. Oops. X plus 4, excuse me. And that one gets an x minus 2, 3x plus 2. All right, so that looks like a really long problem, except some things are going to cancel out. All right, and the first term, x minus 2 cancels out. So we have 3x plus 2 times 2x. In the second term, the 3x plus 2 cancels out. So these two are gone. And we're left with minus x minus 2 times 4x plus, minus 1. And let's move this down one more time. And then in the last term there, everything cancels out. Whole denominator. So we just have a 17x plus 4. All right, so now that we have to FOIL. Here we're going to distribute, and there we're going to FOIL. So I'm just going to have to multiply the 2x times the 3x and the 2. So that's going to give us 6x squared plus 4x. I'm going to deal with that minus sign in a moment. Let's just multiply first. So, and I'm going to put parentheses, because I'm going to have to distribute that negative sign. I'm not just subtracting one term. I'm subtracting all of 4x minus 1. And anything I multiply by 4x minus 1. All right, so when we distribute, we have 4x squared is our first term. And then the outer terms there are negative x. Inner term there is negative 8x, and the last term is plus 2 equals 17x plus 4. All right, so now we're going to distribute the negative to everybody, so everybody's sign is going to change. And actually, what I should do before that is just multiply these. Let's just add those two like terms together, and then we'll distribute the negative sign. I wonder if we're going to have enough space on this page. So 6x squared plus 4x minus 4x squared minus 9x plus 2 equals 17x plus 4. All right, so distribute the negative sign. We have 6x squared plus 4x minus 4x squared plus 9x minus 2. Notice the signs and everyone in the parentheses changed. Equals 17x plus 4. All right, so now we just combine the like terms on the one side, and then we'll move everything over. Okay, so right now all we're doing, we multiply by the LCD. Let's just remind us of our steps. We multiplied by LCD. We simplified, now we're simplifying. And we distributed. And our last step is, well, our second to last step is going to be to solve, which we're probably going to do on the next page. All right, so 6x squared minus 4x squared is 2x squared. 4x plus 9x is 13x minus 2 equals 17x plus 4. And we're going to have to subtract 17x, and we're going to have to subtract 4. Minus 17x and minus 4. So that's going to give us 2x squared minus 4x. And negative 2 minus 4 is going to give us negative 6 equals 0. And on the next page, we're going to solve this. So 2x squared minus 4x. Oops, I need a page. 2x squared minus 4x minus 6. All right, 2x squared minus 4x minus 6 equals 0. And now we could factor a greatest common factor. We have all of those are divisible by 2. So if we factor out the 2, we'll have x squared minus 2x minus 3 equals 0. And we can just divide both sides by 2. These cancel. So we have x squared minus 2x minus 3. And 0 divided by 2 is still 0. All right, so now we're going to factor to solve. 1 times negative 3 is negative 3. We need two numbers that multiply to give us negative 3, but add to give us our b term of negative 2. That'd be negative 3 and 1. So we have x squared minus 3x plus x minus 3 equals 0. And the first two are a group, and the second two are a group. Pull out the x, we got an x minus 3. Pull out the 1, we got an x minus 3. And so factored, that's x plus 1 and x minus 3. Set them equal to 0, and x is equal to negative 1, and x is equal to 3. And our last step is don't. Okay, so we'll check both of our solutions. All right, in the original equation, which is nowhere to be seen on this page, it was this one. Let's see if I can move that over. Whoops, come on, come on, come on. Oh, it's like messing with me. Well, all right, cut. So I think I've got two of them now. and paste. All right, so this is what we have to plug into. Do not plug into anything simplified, all right? You may make a non-solution look like a solution. All right, so now let's try the -1. So 2 times -1 over -1 minus 2 minus 4 times -1 minus 1 over 3 times -1 plus 2 equals 17 times -1 plus 4 over 3 times -1 squared minus 4 times oops, where'd my -1 go? Minus 4. All right, so we'll simplify that. So that 2 times -1 is a -2. -1 minus 2 is a -3. That's going to make that a positive 2/3 minus -4 minus 1 is going to be a -5. So I hope you don't mind, I just skipped a step there. And I just skipped a step in terms of writing it. So I didn't write in -4 minus 1. And then we have a 3 times a -1 is a -3 plus 2. -3 plus 2 is going to give us a -1. So again, that's going to cancel there. Equals -17 plus 4 is going to give us a -13. Now let's write this one out. So this would be 3 times 1 plus 4 minus 4. So, well, that's just going to be -13 over 3. So we have 2/3, and let's get a common denominator while we're at it. So this here is just going to be 3. I don't know, I'm feeling about this one working out, boy. All right, I don't think I see any errors here or anything. I don't think so. All right, so the common denominator is, well, it's 3 because we have a 3 there. Oh, you know, maybe this is going to work out. I'm feeling kind of confident now. Now that I think about it, 2/3, and 13/3 seemed like a weird number, but 15 is how many, 5 is how many thirds? 15/3. So 2/3 minus 15/3 equals -13/3. Well, that checks out just nicely. -13/3 equals -13/3. So that one's good. So x equals -1, you are good. All right, so now let's try the x equals 3. I'll just use a different color here. All right, so I'm substituting to that equation there. 2 times 3 over 3 minus 2 minus 4 times 3 minus 1 over 3 times 3 plus 2 equals 17 times 3 plus 4 over 3 times 3 squared minus 4 times 3 minus 4. All right, so we have 6 over 3 minus 2 is 1, so that's 6, minus 12 minus 1 is 11, and then 9 plus 2 is 11. Right? So that's 6 minus 1. Let's see what we got on the other side. If this is 5, that works out. All right, so 17 times 3 is going to give us 51 plus 4 over 3 times 9 minus 12 minus 4. All right, so this is just 6 minus 11 equals 51 plus 4 will give us 55. Right, and then we've got 27 minus 12 minus 4. So that's going to be 27 minus 12 would be 15. 15 minus 4 is 11. Oh, look at that. Wait, though. 6 minus 11 equals 5. Almost. It's got to be negative. Is there a sign error? No, the numerator is definitely positive. The denominator is definitely positive. So it looked very promising, but 6 minus 11 is not usually 5 because -5 does not equal 5. So this one is a no with a little sad face. All right, so these are all the problems I'm going to do because that's enough, I think. And then you'll see are these problems here I will probably give you maybe a couple little hints on these problems. They'll be posted on the Nearpod, and next to it I'll give you some hints in case you get stuck. All right, bye for now.